I didn't realize how much comparing myself to others was actually taking me away from who I was actually supposed to be. Recently I've been trying to make better videos and make videos that people wanted to see. And I just felt frustrated afterwards because things were not working out how I expected them to. Like, I look at this person's channel and it's like, oh, well, that's a good topic. Maybe I should cover that. Or I look at this person's short and I'm like, okay, so maybe I should make my shorts that way. And I've just been through valleys and valleys and trying all these different things. And I'm so far away from what I intended this to be. I intended this to be just a space where I could share my story and how I dealt with my faith and my journey back to it. And now I'm making, encouragement videos and faceless videos, and which are great. I enjoy making those because I enjoyed creating. I like doing sound production and making music and editing. I mean, I do those for my band, so it just makes sense to want to do those on this channel as well. But in the process, I lost the heart of what I wanted this to be. And I started comparing my progress against somebody else's. I started looking at analytics. I started watching all these YouTube gurus that are like, hey, if you want to take off, do this. That's not what I really want to do. If it happens, would it be nice? Of course it would. Of course. But the reason I'm doing this is not for analytics. I'm doing this for people that want a quiet voice, who want somebody to speak truth in their life and help them point themselves back to God. So growth is going to be slower. I just need to come to terms with that. And the breakthrough for me was actually this morning. I slowed down and I prayed and asking God what he wanted me to do. And it was pretty apparent, seek the Lord in everything. That's what kept coming to my heart. And I felt like God was saying, Josh, I just want you to tell your story. I just want you to be there for people who feel like they're alone, because a lot of the things that I've went through, other people have went through. Depression, anxiety, intrusive thoughts, asking faith-related questions like, is God real? Why would God allow suffering? Those are the type of things that the Lord wants me to speak about. And if I'm doing that and I help one person, then it's worth it. I need to stop chasing analytics. I need to stop comparing myself to other people, because I'm chasing after things that were never meant to be mine. I'm chasing other people's success, other people's stories. I need to stay true to myself. And this past week, I had somewhere that I had to be. In the old me would be rushing out the door to make sure that I could make that appointment. Doesn't matter what happened or what got in my way, I was going to make it happen. Well, my daughter stopped me and she was upset. And I asked her what was going on. And she said, I don't understand how God could love me. And I said, well, what do you mean? And she said, well, how could God love somebody that messes up all the time? And I had a choice in that moment. Tell her that I will talk to her about it later, knowing that I wouldn't, or put off that appointment and stay there with my daughter. Well, I chose to stay and have that conversation with her. And it meant so much to my daughter. Those appointments can be made up, but those moments like that happen in real life, you may only get them once. So yeah, that is growth. That is what I should be striving for. Those little moments, not some big, huge moment where it's like, wow, look at all these views I got. Look at these analytics. Look how many subscribers I have. No, that's not important. Those things will come in time if somebody resonates with what I'm saying. And I need to be content with that. I need to focus on what's in front of me. I need to be happy with not trying to be anybody else anymore. I need to be happy and honest and transparent about what I'm going through, and talk about my life and how I cope with it. And maybe my coping mechanisms will help somebody else. And I'm going to trust that the right people are going to find this. So looking back and through this whole process, it started off, my heart was right. It drifted into trying to be something that I'm not. And I thought about this yesterday. If I'm constantly looking out the window, comparing myself to the neighbor across the street, I'm going to miss out on what God is doing within the four walls of my own home. I just need to focus on what's in front of me. And I think I'll continue to do videos like this to where I'm just open and transparent. I just talk about things that I've gone through, and hopefully it helps somebody. But I think the biggest thing away from this was comparison pulled me so far away from myself, but seeking God brought me back to who I was supposed to be. Seek the Lord in everything you do, even content creation. All right, God bless.